All right. Let's see here. He talks about all of his troubles. Then he knows that God is love, right? And so this is his healing moment right here, right? His healing moment is the Lord's faithful love never ends. Because again, he talks about healing back here, and there's no healing. Um, but he himself has become healed at this moment, right? That's why I laugh at all this stuff, because as he writes this as a healed man. He is no longer the victim. Because this victimhood, I mean, this is coming from his pain, because he loves his people, and he hates to see his people in this condition, right? Because he sees properly, right? He sees that the man of ability is above the man of accident. Um, he sees that the man of love is above the man of hate, right? And some of the men of hate are men who do such things right in front of God Most High, right? Um, and he is simply he simply sees all this stuff, and it pains him to see all this stuff. But he's and what's amazing to me about a lot of the beliefs of the writers of the Torah is that they really wouldn't be offensive to an atheist, because I mean how did he heal? He healed by choosing love, right? He healed by just simply choosing love. And I mean, we can see right in the beginning that, he believes that true prosperity comes from virtue. That's where true prosperity comes from. It doesn't come from making widows. um, all right, let's see here. So yeah, no, he is healed. He has healed himself by love. The Lord is good to those who wait for him. He is good for those who look for him. It is good to wait quietly. It is good for a man to wear his yoke. He should sit alone and be quiet. He should bow down. Maybe there is still hope. He should turn his cheek to the one who hits him and let people insult him. He should remember that the Lord does not reject people forever. When he punishes, he also has mercy. He has mercy because of his great love and kindness. And this is what has happened to him. Like he's revealing, he has been hit in the cheek, right? Why? Because he's you know, pissing people off with his mouth, right? And these people have to insult him. They have to bring his name down. Um, no. And where did the salvation come from? Well, the salvation came from meditation and prayer. He gained sight, right? So the Book of Enoch, it talks about sight. Like this is a man who sees better than others. He sees where true prosperity comes from. Because in a time of wickedness, when Cain has his bloody knife raised, you could say, hey, look, prosperity, and get the wrong conclusion. Um, mm, he does not enjoy causing people pain. He does not like to make anyone unhappy. He does not like any prisoner on earth to be trampled down. And again, prisoner, we're talking about human behavior, so toxic people like to have prisoners. He does not like anyone to be unfair to another person, right? So these right here are complaints against the Jews, I think. And some people will do such things right in front of God Most High, right? Some people, hint, hint, it's the false elders and the false priests, according to him. The Lord, and this is more invective against their behavior. Again, this is about changing their ways. The Lord does not like anyone to cheat another person. He does not like any of these things. No one can say something and make it happen unless the Lord orders it. No one can say something and make it happen unless the Lord orders it. God Most High commands both good and bad things to happen. No one alive can complain when he punishes them for their sins. Let us check and see what we have done. Then let us turn back to the Lord. No. There's some, I don't know, heavy stuff going on there, right? No one can say something and make it happen. No. I don't know. Let us lift up our hearts and our hands to the God of heaven. Let us say to him, we have sinned and we have been stubborn. Because of this, you have not forgiven us. You wrapped yourself with anger. You chased us. You killed us without mercy. You wrapped yourself in a cloud so that no prayer could get through. You made us like garbage and dirt to other nations. All of us, our enemies, speak angrily against us. We have been frightened. We have fallen in a pit. Badly, eyes flow with streams of tears. No. I will continue to cry until you look down and see us, Lord. I will continue to cry until you see us from heaven. My eyes make me sad when I see what happened to the young women in the city. For no reason my enemies hunted me like a bird. They threw me alive into a pit. They threw stones at me. Right, for no reason. Right, they're giving reasons. They're giving reasons. This is Jeremiah. These maybe they would call him a self-hating Jew or something. I don't know. But they don't like the things he's saying, and they're as they're chasing him, they're giving reasons. But he's saying nope, they don't have reason, because I love my people and I'm saying the things I'm saying out of purity. I think this is what's going on here. Water came up over my head. I said to myself, I am finished. I called your name. You heard my voice. You didn't close your heart. You didn't refuse to rescue me. You came to me on that day, and I called out to you. You said, don't be afraid. You defended me and brought me back to life. Lord, you have seen my trouble. Now judge my case for me. You have seen how my enemies have hurt me. You have seen all the evil plans they have made against me. You have heard them insult me, Lord. You have heard all the evil plans that they made against me. The words and the thoughts of my enemies are against me all the time. When they sit down and when they stand up, Lord, how they make fun of me. Give them back what they deserve, Lord. Pay them back. Right? So give them back what they deserve. Right? So they're making fun of me. Right? So he's now making fun of them. Right? He's been making fun of them this whole time. And again, very deadly words. This is a battle of righteousness that's happening right now. Pay them back for what they have done. Make them stubborn and then curse them. Chase them in anger and destroy them. Wipe them off the face of the earth, Lord. Boom. So like, look at this, right? This is a big change right here. Wipe them off the face of the earth, Lord. I mean, we have him here, and he is, like, distraught, and then, and now he's found love, and he's like, wipe him off the face of the earth. La, right? But again, for him, this is about healing, right? Because he wants healing for the Jews, and he realizes that this right here is the only way towards health, right? This is the path of mercy. And what has made him distraught before is now the same thing that is, makes him happy. I mean, this is a big change here, right? Um, but like, I mean, we could go to the book of Job, and what God appears as a hurricane, right? And it's only when Job sees God as a hurricane does he quiet down, right? Because this is both chaos and order. This is how Job feels, right? Job feels like all his sons are dead, right? This God as a hurricane thing has like Odysseus vibes all over it. And what I mean by that is that Odysseus was the man who prided himself in the struggle, and that is opposed to men who, um, are feminine. And so I don't know, man. I think I need to take another hit. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, we see a changed man here because he's, now that he's a man of sight, he sees that the destruction is a necessary part of the healing. Um, and you could say that I mean we're talking judgment and, and one man versus another, but we could also be talking personal, spiritual. So because he's had destruction, right? So this destruction that he went through was a part of his own healing, right? This that the tower moments um, that you have to overcome, and he did overcome it. Uh, and um, so right here, I definitely think we can't think of Jeremiah as this, simple little character. And what I mean by that is that think of yourself, right? There have been times in your life where you have just tons of emotions within you, right? Some of them contradictory, uh, and they're just all in you at once. Um, and so we could say that this is also going on right here because I say that this is gleeful, like wipe them off the face of the earth, but at the same time, there is sadness there, right? I think we can bring in complexity. Um, for this character Jeremiah, because I mean he does show the sorrow. He does show the sorrow, and you see him attempting to instruct future Jews about where true wisdom lies, and to warn them against these false religious. Do. So I see a complex character here, but I mean he really is a character that I think has some silliness to him, right? This sarcasm, like this laughter right here, like this is him laughing at them, right? This is oh no, that's not right there. Yeah, this is him laughing at them. That's I mean you don't laugh at toxic people, or I mean you'll get ended at some point. And but this is true laughter, right? So we think about judgment, and we think about puritanical judgment, but this is a different type of judgment here. This is ha ha ha, you stepped in poo, this is the healing of humiliation. Um, humiliation can lead you towards the better path. If you choose to accept that humiliation, it's all about sight. Um, I mean, all of us have humiliated ourselves at some point because we've chosen our lower self. That's the battle. And I think we can't get caught up in a lot of this, one person A versus person B stuff. That with this Jeremiah, he is a man who was healed by love, so he's going to be talking about this battle within. All right, where are we at? Let's see. See how the gold has grown dark. This is pure sarcasm right here. How the pure gold has changed. There are jewels scattered all around at every street corner. The precious people of Zion. That's I mean, he's mocking, right? Were once worth more than gold, but now they are treated like something worthless. Like the cheap clay jars a potter makes. Like, oh, that's very specific. Like this like I'm saying this Jeremiah, but I don't know. But this Jeremiah is very that's very poetic right there, right? Because you could think of a potter, and he has different qualities of jars. Uh, he's got anything from your high end jars to your low end jars, and he's saying that they're like the cheap clay, right? Even a wild dog feeds her babies. Even the jackal lets her pups suck at her breasts. But the daughter of my people is cruel. She is like the ostrich in the desert that forgets its eggs in the sand. Babies are so thirsty, their tongues stick to the roof of their mouths. So I mean, like here, I'm sensing, really the spirit of a hurricane, right? I feel I feel mockery. I feel sadness. I feel anger, which is coming from him, right? Um, I think it's all of these at once, maybe. Um, this is the clown who is crying, or the man who is crying and laughing. Ah, 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 ah. Young children ask for bread, but no one gives them any. Those who ate rich food are now dying in the streets. Those who grew up wearing nice red clothes now pick through garbage piles. I don't know what's up with that red. It's probably a honors and distinction thing. Sin of the daughter of my people was very great. Their sin was greater than the sins of Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed suddenly. No human hand caused their destruction. Some of the men of Judah were dedicated to God in a special way. They were very pure. They were whiter than snow and whiter than milk. Their bodies were red like coral, and their beards like sapphire stones, but now their faces are blacker than soot. No one even recognizes them in the streets. Their skin is wrinkled over their bones. Their skin is like wood. It was better for those who were killed by the sword than those who died of hunger. Doo doo doo. Doo doo doo. Yeah, I mean, this is mocking right here, right? Um, He's saying that they looked the part. They definitely looked the part. But now they don't. Doo doo doo. Those starving people were sad and hurt. They died because they got no food from the field. So who should have fed them? It was these guys up here, but these guys weren't feeding them. They were busy making themselves look the part. That they were giving the people no food. Then even nice women cooked their own children. The children were food for their mothers. This happened when my people were destroyed. The Lord used all his anger. He poured out all his anger. He made it a fire in Zion. Okay, now here, this is, we have to think of some poetry, not necessarily literal. So if you think about a bad parent, a bad father will tell his son what his son is supposed to be, right? And in spiritual imagery or psychological imagery, you could say that this father is eating his child, right? So now you have to re-examine this line, right? And what's happening here is that not literal. This is literally happening, but the women are now telling their children, "Hey, go out there and get us some food," instead of getting an education or something like that. But go do this and go do that and go do this and go do that. That would be cooking your children, right? Anyways, the Lord used all his anger. He poured out all his anger. He made a fire in Zion. All right, that burned it down to the foundations. Right, and there we have foundations. We'll end it with that. Jeremiah is the new foundations, right? This is, he is a man who teaches about a God of merit and love and freedom. I believe he teaches the same teachings as Moses, right? But these men hide their God behind titles sometimes and behind capital letters. When their God is a God of love, so their God is very approachable. So the proper way to write the name of God is with a lowercase letter, but they put a sanctuary around their God because they don't want to know that we're dealing with an innocent child, rather than some stern, fronting dumbass. I think that's it.